What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Pokey Office. My name is Colin. Today we're doing our February 2025 board meeting. Lots of exciting stuff taking place in the Pokemon hobby right now. Lots of market updates, all the things. Let's take a look at the agenda. All right, without spoiling too much, here's what we're going to talk about in today's video. We got upcoming sets. Journey Together is coming out right quick. Destined Rivals, what do you think about the name? Maybe we were all expecting it to be a Team Rocket since I did my last board meeting. And then we have a specialty set coming out in the summertime. Going to talk a little bit about more of what I've been hearing about Journey Together. Then we got Prismatic Evolutions, some things happening. Rob Burns just did a video about the Umbreon crashing, especially in the PSA Gem Mint 10. Pokerev pulling a God Pack. Then we have some out-of-stock items on Pokemon Center. We'll talk about that. And, of course, we'll finish off. Mystic Rips released a video this week about being scammed for $55,000. But let's start up at the top. First English cards revealed from Journey Together. This is on PokeBeach. And we have the Iono's Belly Bolt EX. I mean, it's an okay card. I don't mind it. And then we have Iris's Fighting Spirit. But what's important is that this set is releasing on March 28th. It's going to combine 100 cards from Japan's Battle Partner set, as well as the leftover 50-ish cards from November's Starter Deck Generations. All right. And then, this is what I found really exciting. Our following English set, Destined Rivals, is a May 30th release, and then we're also getting the special English set July 18th. So things are moving quick in the Pokemon hobby as per normal. We're kind of in that zone of where we're always getting 6 sets. Look at this, though. Journey Together is SV09. Destined Rivals, SV10. That means that 11 and 12 probably coming out in the fall and winter of 2025. Like Scarlet and Violet, we're in the last year of it, which is absolutely crazy. Here's what this says. Destined Rivals, English Pokemon set releasing in May. What do you think? It's sourcing from Heatwave Arena, featuring Cynthia's Garchomp and Ethan's Ho-Oh EX. But it's not a Team Rocket set. We were all having that like big hope that we were going to have the booster box with the big red R on it. That's clearly not going to take place. But if you haven't seen the spoilers, just take a minute. But we're going to look at it. Ho-Oh's or Ethan's Ho-Oh. Honestly, in my Discord community, a few people are like, this card is mid. I don't really like it. Maybe it'll look better in person. I love this card. I think everyone who thinks that this card is mid is completely wrong. It is absolutely beautiful. Sparkly. I mean, Ho-Oh is front and center. Like, people complain that, like think about the Charizard from 151. It's like just a little speck on the card. This one, no. Ho-Oh is front and center on the card, and Ethan is looking up at his Pokemon. Pretty awesome. We also have Cynthia's Roserade, which I think is another really, really cool card. I mean, this is just an illustration rare, so probably no texture, but I like both the cards. I think they're going to be really, really fun. It kind of makes me excited about the upcoming sets. I'm going to be honest. I always love seeing new leaks, and there's going to be more cards as well that I think are going to be really, really exciting. And then, of course, going backwards a little bit, we have the special English set releasing in July. Could be Black Bolt and White Flare. That's what everyone's guessing, but we were all guessing that it was going to be Team Rocket or Glory of Team Rocket too. So, I mean, you never know, but it's looking pretty good. Like, I don't think... If our special set is based on Black Bolt and White Flare, perhaps our English set could also be split in two like the Japanese sets. Seems the only reason to have 2 Elite Trainer boxes and 2 booster bundles would be if there were different booster packs available with different cards. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe Pokemon is actually switching it up. I'm sure more will be revealed soon. Back to the agenda. I want to talk about Journey Together a little bit. So right now, Journey Together is really expensive. People bought out the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes right quick. They were limited to 2 per person. It crashed the Pokemon website. They just restocked in the last week, and that crashed the Pokemon website, and people couldn't get on it as well. The queue clearly isn't working very well. The booster boxes, they have that promo card in them now, but those are sold out right quick, and pre-orders on TCG Player are going very, very expensive. We have the regular Elite Trainer box. Currently, market price is $89.89, and there's actually sales happening of this. Lots of sales happening of this. Like, that's too many to think that it's just a scam, in my opinion. And then we have the booster box, and this $191. And I actually think, yes, there's sales happening at $190 all day long for the booster box. And these are just pre-sales for a booster box on TCG Player. MSRP is $163. There's lots of websites right now in the midst of all this Pokemon craze where it's like, hey, sign up for our email list and you'll get a chance to buy this at MSRP. So I'd say like hold off a little bit. Here's what I'm hearing about Journey Together. The guy I buy from said that his allocation is actually quite good for Journey Together. He's got his allocation from 2 out of 3 distributors in Canada so far, and he said, yeah, we're kind of back to normal. Like, I'm going to be able to buy quite a bit of Journey Together from him. I'm also hoping that with my current purchase rate at my distributors that they're going to give me a decent-sized allocation as well. Decent-sized. I'm not expecting too much, but it's it seems to me, maybe it's different in America or maybe we're just lucky here. I don't know. But it seems to me like there's going to be some Journey Together out there. So I wouldn't be too quick to pull the trigger. I think Pokemon, I mean, they could print a bunch more stuff. It would seem realistic to see everything from like Temporal Forces all the way through get a reprint. Maybe not Shrouded Fable. But speaking of Shrouded Fable, it's out of stock. I think it was about a week and a half ago, Shrouded Fable Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes went out of stock, so no longer available. The booster bundles not available. The King Gambit illustration collection not available. Greninja not available. Kingdra not available. 3-packs not available. You can still get some mini tins. That's it. That's all. Shrouded Fable Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, well, would you look at that? It's starting to rise in price. And same thing, I didn't put it on the screen, but the Kingdra box, the King Gambit box, the Greninja EX box, all really soaring in price right now. What else is out of stock is Battle Styles. When you search Battle Styles, the booster box doesn't even come up on Pokemon Center anymore for me, but it is out of stock. And if you go to the TCG Player, 3 months ago, it was $130, still below MSRP. No longer below MSRP. It's $163 a box. I mean, it's making some sales. And here is what I actually want to talk about. People tend to go for things that they can't get. Like, that's the human psychology. I want things that I can't get. Battle Styles was the longest available set on Pokemon Center for the longest time for MSRP, and no one wants it. And now people are buying it for more than MSRP, just because you can't get it anymore. And I'm not saying that Battle Styles is a great set. Everyone knows that it's not a great set. But this rings true for all of it. Shrouded Fable. Everyone thought it wasn't a great set. You could buy it for a really long time on Pokemon Center. And now that it's out of stock, or now that the Greninja EX collection box is out of stock, it's like, I really want that. Remember at Costco when you could get the Alakazam and Zapdos like 2-pack boxes? And they were just sitting on the shelf, legitimately sitting on the shelf. And now people are just begging to buy more 151. It's crazy. All of these things, like it just is true for all of Pokemon, it seems like. When you can get it, it's not that special. And when you can't get it, it becomes a lot more special. And the same is true for other stuff. It's not just Pokemon. Like, I think about, I like food. You all know it. Only Eats on the Poke Office. But if I go to California and I get In-N-Out Burger, I'm like, yes, this is the best thing ever. Even though it's actually like just, it's a good hamburger, but it's not the most amazing thing. I can't believe I just said that because it is the most amazing thing. But I want it so bad because I can't get it every day. I also am a big Mountain Dew fan, and they don't create the Mountain Dew Zero Sugar flavors in Canada other than just like the regular Mountain Dew Zero. So sometimes I drive to Washington. It's like a 5-hour drive one way, so I do a 10-hour day of driving just to get some more Mountain Dew of the different flavors. And it's like, the reason it's so special is because I can't get it, right? If it was in where I live, it wouldn't be that special. I could get it whenever I want to. And how often do I actually go buy pop at the grocery store? Not that often. It's the fact that I have to go, like it's exclusive to somewhere else, or that I just can't get it, right? That rings true in so many things. Human psychology is kind of funny. We want what we can't have. All right, let's get off of the Colin hype train about Mountain Dew and In-N-Out Burger, for goodness sakes. Prismatic Evolutions, the Umbreon is coming down. Let's take a look really quick. Is it actually coming down? Not really. It did hit that high of 1609 for a raw card. Now it's at 1580. The eBay sales are actually coming down. They were selling for there was a $5,500 sale, and now there's a $3,500 sale. Rob Burns did a video about it. You can go check it out, that people are concerned about the crashing price, but I just think there's more Umbreons getting graded as a PSA 10. It's still a new set. It's only a month old. And until they print a bunch more Prismatic Evolution, there's going to be expensive sticker prices on all these cards. So many people, back to that philosophy, people want what they can't have. Isn't that also true of when you can't really afford it? I know some people are boycotting Prismatic Evolutions, but I'm not opening Prismatic Evolutions for myself, even though I really want to, because I just can't really justify the price. I really want to chase that God Pack. I really want to chase the Umbreon EX, but I can't really justify the price right now as I'm trying to grow the Poke Office into thriving business. Speaking of God Packs, PokeRev just pulled one on a very recent video, and honestly, I don't watch PokeRev that much anymore, but it is really exciting. There's a reason he's the GOAT, right? He's his hands are physically shaking, and he sees the Eevee Master Ball at the front of the pack, and he's just kind of speechless. I mean, it's exciting. I love watching people get excited about Pokemon, and once again, there's a reason why PokeRev is the greatest of all time in the Pokemon space. I mean, maybe you could argue against that, but he is the GOAT in my opinion, because he's so good at transferring that energy to everyone else watching. And I thought it was really, really exciting. I'll leave the link down below if you are interested in watching him pull that God Pack. And finally, Mystic Rips was scammed for $55,000. He made a video, and he kind of talked about the different processes that he went through, and people, it wasn't just a $55,000 transaction. It was a $3,000 transaction, and then let's add a little bit more, and then let's add a little bit more in small chunks. And here's the thing. Say what you want about Mystic Rips. That doesn't matter to me what you think. He is well known in the Pokemon space. He's been in the Pokemon space for a while. This stuff can happen to anyone. There is dirty people out there willing to do nasty things and scam people for a quick buck. So you just got to be careful. Got to be careful. I still remember that gut feeling I had when I realized I had bought some fake booster boxes. It sucks so bad, and I don't want any of you to feel like that. So, I don't know, just be really careful out there. Make sure to do your due diligence and checking. And I think one of the key takeaways is if you're buying from someone, buy a little bit, make sure they actually ship it to you, make sure you actually receive the goods that you bought, and then start buying again. Building these trusting relationships is really good in the Pokemon space. There's a reason why I always buy from the same people to restock the Poke Office, because they treat me really well. And I've ordered from them before. I always receive exactly what I ordered. There's no issues wrong with it. And same, people who buy from me, I've developed this trust. Hey, I pack my things nicely. I ship it out in a timely manner, and people start to trust that. Build good relationships. Find stores that treat you really well. You could go to thepokeoffice.com right now and find some stuff, and I'll treat you really well. Yeah. Anyways, just be careful out there. That's it for the Poke Office board meeting. Meeting adjourned. Boom. Appreciate you all for your support and for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below in the comments section. If you like the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on. And please, please, please hit the like button for me. Appreciate you all, and I'll see you next time. Peace!